And I'm Akira.
And you're watching
Dante's Boxing Nation.
That was good.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So apparently this is the worst year ever for old media, for the race fans, and it's even worse for Vasily Lomachenko. Because Loma, he just failed at what he said would be his biggest dream, and that was to become undisputed. By Loma's own admission, this would have been his biggest signature win. This would have been Lomachenko's Ali beating George Foreman moment. Ali fighting against the younger, bigger, stronger George Foreman, knocking him out and taking his undisputed title. Unfortunately for Loma, there was no happy ending in the story. At the end of this fight with Devin Haney, all Loma was left with was tears, and it wasn't tears of joy. So right after Devin Haney beats Vasily Lomachenko, the Nevada State Athletic Commission, they fined Devin Haney for $400,000, and they claim it's because of the push at the weigh-in. But they didn't fine him the day of the weigh-in. Instead, they fined him after he won the fight. This is their way of going after a man after he wins a court verdict, right? He's found not guilty. So then they try to go after him with a civil case. This is pretty much what the Nevada State Athletic Commission did with Devin Haney. They wanted to send him a very strong message to know his place. I've already broke that down in my second to last video. I believe it's titled, "It Was Set Up for You to Win." If you didn't watch that video, you definitely need to watch it. So after Devin Haney gets fined $400,000, he puts this up. He says, "This guy is an effing loser, a sore loser. Get this privileged sore loser out of boxing. He makes excuses as he goes. Take your loss like a man and stop crying. It was set up for you to win the third time in your career and you failed. Tell the commission to give me my $400,000 back for that push." I told you guys in the last video when I talked about this, I wanted to make a separate video on this topic about Lomachenko being a sore loser, being an arrogant, privileged sore loser. Leading up to the Devin Haney versus Lomachenko fight, after I watched both episodes of Blood, Sweat, and Tears, I decided to start watching episodes of Lomachenko-Lopez, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, because I wanted to see how confident Lomachenko and his team appeared to be before they lost and made all the excuses in the world for why they lost. So here's a little clip of what Lomachenko's manager Igas was saying about the fight, Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez.
No matter whom opponent is going to be, we're going to be prepared. But I don't think we ever saw opponent who pushed him to be 100% what he's capable to do in the ring. If Teofimo can push Loma to be at his 80% what he's capable to do, he can tell he already won. I don't think Teofimo is capable to put Loma 100% capability what he can do in the ring. I think for Teofimo, he will learn his lessons. He will step in and he will find out where he is and where he belongs. Teofimo doesn't even imagine where he's walking to, what kind of a fight he's walking into.
Okay, so that's what they said leading up to the Teofimo Lopez fight. But what I really want you guys to pay attention to is what Teofimo Lopez was saying about Lomachenko. We heard Devin Haney in Blood, Sweat, and Tears constantly talking about how he does not like Lomachenko. He kept saying, "We are not friends. This man made me wait for 4 years to get all of these belts." And he act like Devin Haney didn't even exist. He completely ignored him while vacating his belts and giving his belts to Devin Haney to avoid him. Now listen to what Teofimo Lopez says about Lomachenko's character in Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yeah, this is personal. I think that for sure it is. I just think that he's a conniving son of a. In order to get respected, you gotta give respect. And the way you carry yourself and the way you look at certain people, man, I've seen it. I've been around you. Don't like it. I know how he may approach me as more like piece of gum on his shoe or something, you know? Like, who is this? Let me take this off, you know? Like, ew, this is nasty. I think it's like more disgust. Like, I shouldn't even be mentioned. I appreciate it, don't worry. Cool with me. You too.
Now, guys, we've seen some of the biggest rivalries in the sport of boxing. We've seen two fighters that were going to fight and they hated each other's guts. They got into fights damn near leading up to the fight, but after the fight, they both had respect for each other. They shook hands or they hugged it out. But when it comes to Lomachenko, he comes off as this very quiet, humble person. When you get in the ring with someone, at least the majority of times, there is an earned respect. Well, right after the final bell of the Lopez-Lomachenko fight, you see Lopez right here. He tries to give Lomachenko a hug. Lomachenko, he wants no part of it. Remember, this was before the decision was announced. Now, once Lopez was announced the winner, Loma's first reaction was to give a nod, as if he wasn't surprised that he lost the fight. He looks at Lopez celebrating, and then he just simply leaves the ring. Typical Lomachenko behavior. This is pretty much the exact way he reacted to the Devin Haney loss. I've already told you guys on another video that what you often see from these fighters, the way they react to a loss while they're in the ring, while the cameras and the mics are still in their face, you normally see a different side of them once they make it back to the dressing room. And we seen Lomachenko, when he made it to the dressing room after the Devin Haney fight, he broke down in tears. But then when he went to the press conference, he didn't have one single positive thing to say about Devin Haney. In fact, Lomachenko, he made himself look a lot worse when members of the media were asking him questions like, how special is Devin Haney? How do you rate him? And Lomachenko, he says Linares and Lopez were better than Devin Haney. And this is who Lomachenko really is behind that humble act. When you take off the mask, he is a privileged sore loser that had everything set up his way to win these 3 fights that he lost, just like Devin Haney put it. And if Lomachenko didn't have the complexion for the protection, that is exactly what old media would be calling him right now. In fact, they would be calling him a lot worse than that. And by the way, coincidentally, Sergey Kovalev, he behaved the exact same way when he lost to Andre Ward, when he was stopped by Andre Ward. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Lucille, congratulations, man, on a hell of a performance tonight. Where does Devin Haney rank amongst all the fighters you faced in the pros? Linares, Gary Russell, TEOFIMO. Where does Devin stack up?
You know what? I want to see a fight Ortiz with Haney. It will be very interesting. But if you're talking about Linares, if you're talking about Lopez, for me, they are better than Haney.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LOPEZ Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LOPEZ.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.